It's been some time since I've done one of these, but apparently, from what I've heard what I've heard grind through the rumor mill, and take it with a grain of salt, but from what I've heard recently, two KickVic advocates recently got busted and called out for their own grooming scandals. One of them, let me just see if I get his real name, Martin Piers Billani, aka Little Karibo of Team 4 Star. Now, from what I understand on Twitter, hi Evie, after getting called out and accused by someone, Marty's been doing what he can to try to limit damage control. It's more of the mindset of he's taking the stance of how was I supposed everyone else was doing it. I thought it was cool, or at least in my view, Vic was innocent, and I went along with lying about with the lie. I didn't know. Mars Girl basically made me say it. Basically, he's going on the one hand, he's going the devil made me do it approach. At least that's the way I'm. Well, at least the way I'm interpreting it from his angle, Evie, is he's going the whole devil made me do it approach. Devil being Mars Girl in this case. He had no clue that, like he's saying, he didn't have any clue that Vic was innocent. And yet, the hypocrite that he is, and yet when hypocrisy hits him in the face and he's the one who gets thrown under the bus, he tries to do what he can to limit damage control to himself, either to shake blame, skirt the line, that sort of shit. And I get why you said you couldn't believe Little Karibo was caught. Let me guess, Evie. Did it have something to do with that little charity fund he did in 2011, 2012 to help Dan Green after his wife died following complications from C section surgery? You can answer me, Evie, if that's the case of why you're so shocked that Little Karibo got caught. And I'm a little surprised too, considering I actually met the guy in person back in 2016. Don't believe me? Let me grab some proof. Right here. Got this at Triad Anime in 2016. Hey, I'm at least trying to let go, John. Dan's wife or Little Karibo's wife, Evie? Oh. Well, like I said, in 2012 or so, a year after Dan Green's wife died, he put a little following complications from C-section. Following C-section and surgery complications, he did a little. He put a little charity foundation together for Dan, or something like that. Anyway, the other in question was Christopher Robin Sabat, who openly said the quiet part out loud, that he openly, deliberately lied about Vic being a pedophile when confronted by someone about it recently. Let me put this back and I'll continue. John, just shut up. Anyway, as I was saying, before I had to put my hat back, This actually would more or less validate, by him blabbing that, Chris more or less validated the claims made against him by both Stephanie Nadolny, which ended up getting her kicked out of the company, and Chuck Huber, which led to him ending up in the doghouse. But we all know what it's going to lead to for Chris. He's going to do everything because how high in the food chain is. I'm not sure if he's going to get any damage. The most that's going to happen is what happened the same with Damon Mills and with Damon Mills last year. Slap on the wrist and a massive cover up. And that's nauseating. I mean, I've openly stated soon. No, Hulkster. Now get out of here, you little bastard. No, Hulkster. And to quote Boney, you specifically, I'm a 90s kid. Below me, okay? I used to watch Wienerville when it was on. That being said, on Nickelodeon. That being said, which was a sketch show for those wondering. That being said, that's true. Like it, that's true, Evie. But to be fair, Michelle cheated on him first, so essentially it's canceled out. But moving on. Even if something does come from this and Chris does get backlash from the fan base to where they're going to demand Vic back and him gone, let the tables be turned. I wonder how Tabitha is going to take it when this sort of shit hits the fan. You guys know every time I've gone on here and ripped Sabbath a news asshole, I basically called him out for being unfaithful to his wife Tabitha. Heck, I've even considered her befriending Tabs on Face. I've considered her talking to Tabs and bringing up her husband's depravities. But my conscience often gets the better of me and says no, and says no. And ultimately, I don't go through with it. That said, to some who believe it's about time some level of karma came to the KickVic cabal, I do agree. But again, it's only a some level of karma. Personally, the real karma, in my view, doesn't come until a certain someone gets put back in office in 25 after a failed cyber attack, the military taking control of safeguarding the elections, and we go back to hand ballots, the hand counted paper ballots, instead of digitally counted ones that can be sabotaged constantly, be manipulated constantly. And when that person is sworn back in 25, let's just say all the woke corporations, massive ass funding cuts. And yes, this does include Crunchyroll, among the corporations that are woke. And heck, the groomers, the pedophiles among the ranks, they might end up getting arrested and for child and sex trafficking. Yeah, that too, Evie. Especially when you consider many of the wokies on the watch list, I mean, on the crime watch list, are of the LGBTQT plus community. Note, I didn't say all of them, but many of them. But we're still 426 days out from that. 426 or 425 days out from that. Oh, 445. I miscalculated. Sorry. That was 425. Must have been 20 days off. Okay, so we're 62 and a half weeks off away from that. But that being said, given I don't want this to go into a wildfire like last time where I screwed up and had to apologize, this time it's speculatory. But I mean, if what Lil Karibo's doing on Twitter, at least on his end, is proof that he's trying to limit damage control to his rep, then his part of the story might be true, but who knows with Sabbath. But I'm pretty sure it's all. But only time will tell in his case. With Lil Karibo, what backlash he gets, he's brought on himself. And to think that this, on the other hand, there is a bit of a sympathetic portion to his side of the story. Someone called him out on this the day he lost one of his pets. Talk about hitting someone below the ball sack. Anyway, not gonna go through my usual spiel of how I close these out this time around. I'm not gonna do my usual thing that I say when I do these videos. In any case, leave a comment to close these out. Leave a comment, smack. At least not today. Leave a comment, smash the like, and sub to the channel. This is Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.